the major award. I won it.
Damn, hell, you say you won it?
Yeah.
Now have mind power, sweet mind power.
Hey, who'd you talk to? What's going on? It is me, Michael King, Michael. This is Legit Fantasy Football brought to you by LegitPodcast.com. It is October 6th, 2024. I believe this is like week 5, 4? I don't even know because the Giants, I'm already looking into the draft. Joining me as always, Brother Ray. What's up, Ray?
What's going on? Week 5.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Week 5.
Unfolding as we speak.
Dude, last I saw, Vikings were lumping up the Jets.
Yeah, the Jets just scored. Lazard caught a touchdown from Rodgers, but yeah, Rodgers already threw a pick 6. Not good.
Well, I had a theory. Like, when you look back at your quarterback and he's got a white chin beard like mine, no confidence. Look, I have no confidence in myself. I know I'm not going to be. After a couple passes, I'll be like, I got to sit down. So, joining us, Mastradamus. What's up, Matt?
Mastradamus, what's up, gentlemen? Mastradamus predicts the Jets to come back and win that game.
All right. You know what, though? The Vikings are good. They're just good.
Vikings are very good.
They battle everybody.
Good
I don't like the fact that they scored just before the half. I feel as if that's all they need to get back in the game.
Hey, speaking of getting back in the game, Captain Picard, what's up, Sean?
I feel like today there's only one prediction. Pain.
Predictions?
When you say that, do you mean by like term of injuries? Like, because there's been an absurd amount of injuries. So when you say pain, do you mean
Lang?
There was an old, philosopher out of Philadelphia named Lang.
Prediction.
He lived near Mr. Dawson, and he used to make predictions about the future of people. And he used to be like a prognosticator, and he used to prognosticate what's going to happen today in New England. It's going to be the Patriots feeling a lot of pain.
Okay, so listen, there's not a lot of games. I hate when we get to this part and there's 12 games. We have 12 games ahead of us, right? There's one going on this morning in England that, on behalf of most of the people over 40, thank you, NFL, for putting it on when we're taking out the dogs and we don't want to watch football. But it's on, All right, guys, let's do the 1 o'clocks. I've said it before. I'll say it again. We have been clocking in at 70% on our locks last week. I don't recall how badly we did. I just know of the wins. How did you guys do last week, really quick? Anybody do good? Anybody want to stand up and say, hey, it was me, Sean?
I'm over 500 still. That's all I can do.
Hey.
For the, let me tell you this, though. The 5.5 rule, again, 75%. Stick with 5.5. The only one that lost was the Patriots game at 10.5.
You might have something there. I don't know yet. All right. Ray, let's start with you. It's glad to have you back, Ray. I know you were. Did you go to Hawaii again?
No. Wish I did, but unfortunately, it's this old thing called work.
Oh, Jesus. Last thing you want to think about on a football Sunday. All right, Ray.
Yeah.
Carolina's traveling to Chicago. Chicago is favored by 4 at home. The over-under is 40. Let's start it off, Ray. Who do you like?
I like Carolina on the road getting 4. I don't believe in Chicago. I think they're a dumpster fire. The defense is playing well, but the Red Rifle. That's all I have to say. I like Leggett. I like Chuba today a lot. This is too good to be true. I'll take the 4 on the road.
So you like Carolina, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sean, you just listen to that. What do you think?
I'm going to agree, but I think this is going to be one of those mid-level shootouts. I think the over is the play here, just because Chubba Hubba Bubba is playing for his contract, life, what have you, right now.
For another
He
team.
sees the writing on the wall.
Yeah, he's playing for another team.
Yeah, so he's going to have a decent game, but I think it's a surprise shootout with Chicago pulling off in the end.
All right.
I mean, Carolina. My bad. My mistake. Carolina pulling it out.
Maddie, what do you think?
I always resort back to what I always am, and that's defense, because I'm a defensive man. I try. I do what I can.
Do what I can.
But anyway, I go with the side of the Bears. I just think if a bear is in the woods and a panther comes along, bear will devour the panther. That's what I believe. I believe the Bears take care of the Panthers and they cover the spread. I think this is the time.
Matt, I just want to make sure that you let everyone know that's listening that you do not base your picks on whether or not the mascots could beat each other up. Right?
I've always, King, if an eagle's flying and there's a giant in the sky, the eagle could get the eyes of the giant, but then the giant could get the eagle. Absolutely, I base all my picks on what? A dolphin a jaguar can't swim with the dolphins, just like a dolphin can't compete with the patriot. We'll get into it later on, but yes, that's what why.
Matt, I'm only scared of sharks in the water.
I can't stand sharks.
I'm gonna go with Chicago because I don't know why, but I like Chicago at home. The 4 is the one to me that's the biatch of this whole thing because I can see it being a 3-point game, but I'm sticking with my pick of Chicago. So we split on that, gentlemen, and I use that term loosely. Matty, Baltimore is going to Cincinnati. Baltimore is favored by 1. The over-under is 48.5. What do you like?
I like to be able to breathe properly. Right. Seems in my old age, there's been some type of dust seeping into my lungs. I cannot breathe. Yeah. But what I can do for you is tell you this. The Bengals are going to whoop the crap out of the Ravens. Why? It doesn't make any sense. The spread tells me it's going to be a close one. It's going to be an over because there's going to be a lot of points scored. That's why it's going to be an over. So you're going to go with the Bengals. That's what you're going to do. Over the Ravens with the over.
You're saying Bengals, right?
The Bengals.
Not Bengals.
The Bungles.
The Bengals. Susanna Hoff and the Bengals. Yeah, they would beat
I just ate a bagel. I just ate a bagel. It was an everything bagel.
Ray, who do you like?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think the Bengals are starting to wake up. I do like them getting the points at home too in the jungle. So I'm going to go Cincy here. I hate to go with another underdog, but I'm taking the Bengals. I think they woke up.
Sean,
he's frozen. He's frozen. He looks so good.
You think he's being cool?
I think he is. I think he's faking the funk on the nasty dunk. I don't think he's really frozen. I think he's alive, and I think he's really hot. No, I think he's thinking long and hard.
I think.
Oh no!
There he is,
Sean.
Sean, can you hear me? All right. I'm going to get that together. If he backs out and comes back in, it'll probably work. Guys, I'm going to break this up already, and I apologize. I really like Baltimore today. I think the 1 is a fake, it's going to be close. Hey, it's going to be close. It's only a 1-point spread. The Ravens is such a better team than Cincy, right? I mean, Ray, who's a better team?
Yeah, I think the Ravens are a better team. I just like what Cincy's been doing lately. I think they're starting to wake up. I think their deep defense isn't as good as the Ravens, but I don't know. I just like them at home getting the points.
All right. Sean, who do you like in the Baltimore Cincy game?
Well, Cincy always plays up to the level of their opponents, which agrees with what Brother Ray was saying. So I think they end up losing, but they lose 21-20, meaning Cincinnati ends. For our purposes, Cincinnati wins.
What do you guys have for a spread?
I have 2.5.
2.5.
Oh, I got it at 1. It was 1 this morning.
I go off the Rhode Island Sportsbook.
But I've been up since the crack of dawn, making the video, doing all the stuff with the thing. So I've been watching the thing. It was 1. It was a 1-point spread. It was only Baltimore favored by 1.
Sure.
That's so Ray. If that being the case, and for that matter, Matt, if the spread is going from say 1 to 2.5 within the last 2 hours, what does that tell you guys as gamblers?
Tells me that's where the money is going, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a smart move. It could mean one person put a large amount of money on it. It could be. I look at it like this, right? It tells me that it's going to be a tight game, and it tells me I would like to take a gander. I haven't on where the percentage of the money is, but it wouldn't stop me from changing the way I feel how this game's going to be played. I think that Joe Burrow is going to go over the top. When you got somebody like Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, and then they got the new kid Andre, and then you got Chase Brown who's adding the new element. Zach Moss can't catch the ball like Chase can. Now you're going to start to see Chase come out more, and you're going to see, like, was this all like a ploy where now you got a new added element to the offense? Because now, perfect time to open up that door. You start hitting them with Chase from underneath or Burrow over the top. I don't think you can, right? If you get a lead on the Ravens, can they keep up? I don't think they can. Take them out their game. Nobody's done that this year. That can happen, and we've seen it.
All right. So you guys all go with Cincy, right? And then I'm the only one that likes Baltimore, and I really like Baltimore. And I actually get them in a parlay -1. I like -1. All right, Sean, Buffalo. You know what? By the way, you guys ever stop and think about how dumb Buffalo's name is? It's like a repetitive. The Buffaloes, basically, right? Yep. They're basically named the nickname is the same as the city.
It's like Frank.
Thanks, Matt. Sean. Sean. Buffalo goes to Houston. Houston's favored by 1. 47.5 is the over-under, unless the spread has jumped again. I don't know. No, it's the same. Who do you like?
Let me stop you before we talk about what's dumb. What's dumb is the NFL. And here's why.
Okay.
Von Miller was supposed to be on a 0-tolerance suspension when he paid somebody to stop a drug test. Correct me if I'm wrong. This was a couple years ago. This was about 7-8 years ago before he was with them. And now he gets suspended again, and it's like, you're only 4 games. No big deal. Like, he was on 0 tolerance rest of his life. Can't get away with anything. You bribe someone not to have a drug test come through. Am I like,
I don't
0 tolerance doesn't mean 0?
What's wrong with it? I don't care. Well, doesn't affect. See, the internet is, when guys get caught doing juice or anything like that, doesn't affect me. Yeah. That's their family decision. You know what I mean? Like, whatever.
No, doing the juice, I don't have a problem with. The problem is when you stop someone who's taking your urine, you know you're dirty, and you go, hey, man, take this 80 grand, and we'll call it a day. You know what I mean? Like, all of a sudden, you're working with integrity and that kind of stuff, and the up and down.
Yes, you know,
me personally, I don't care about what they do.
I probably, the only thing I find really wrong about that is I would probably only pay about 40.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
where can I sign up to do this, by the way?
Right.
Can I do this?
I'll do it. I
That's
haven't
what
There's no you
the
and
Von
Go.
Miller fan club.
Who do you like in the game there, Sean?
Well, my Von Miller Dakota ring has told me that the Bills are actually going to lose today to Houston because Tank Dell is back. And yeah, Houston's looking pretty good for me. So I'm going to Houston.
All right. I'll go next on this one. Sorry to do this already. I think Buffalo wins this game. I think Buffalo was embarrassed last week on national TV. And I think Buffalo wants to throw some points up on the board and get up on Houston. And I think if they get up on Houston, I like Buffalo. I do. I like Buffalo in this game. Like in other words, they're a really good team, and they got punched in the mouth. Like they got beat up. Especially the first couple series. I'm going with Buffalo, right?
Yeah, I gotta agree here. I just think I think their defense is better, and that's why I'm going to go with the Bills here. I mean, Houston, they are tough out at home, and you have the revenge game with Diggs. Because Diggs is going to want to have a big game against Buffalo. But I'm going to take Buffalo getting the points here. Like they're getting the points, and I think anytime you can get them with the points this year, I think you take it. And I'm going to go with the over.
Yeah. Matty?
I take Buffalo, but I proceed with caution because Shakir is injured. He's out for this game. But when it comes down to it, when push comes to shove, the bigger bully in this fight is Buffalo. And I think that Houston, we've been saying it, we said it all along before the season even started. Houston was kind of going to regress a little bit because they're going to face everybody's best challenge, just like every division winner does the following year. So Houston's still very good.
Yep.
Buffalo is what it is.
Yep.
It's going to be tough because I think Khalil brings a little different element to the offense to Buffalo than any other wideout does. But look to see maybe something from Curtis Samuel today that we've never seen. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
So you're going with Buffalo, and what do you think of the over under 47.5?
I'm going to go with under here because Houston is a little bit tougher against the run than they were last year. James Cook started the year like a bat out of hell. I looked and I traded him in fantasy because I saw him when he was high. I got him for Nico Collins. I think he's going to be a top 3 pick next year's draft. He's going against the 2 of the 3 that I think are going to be tough defenses in the 3 stretch. Last week was one of them, and I think Houston's another tough stretch. I think James Cook gets shut down a little bit today. I'll go with the under. King.
Okay. I'll start this one off. It's Indianapolis Colts going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are favored by 3.5 at home against the Colts. What did I do? What did I like? I'm going to defer actually on this one, right? Who do you like? I got to find my notes.
Oh, what are the teams we're talking about again?
The Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars favored by 3.5. The over-under is 45.5.
Yeah, I love Joe Flacco. Give me the points with Joe Flacco. I think you saw what he did with Cleveland last year. They're a different team with Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco should be the starter on that team right now. Jacksonville's just a bad team. Not coached well. That coach has lost that locker room. Give me the 3.5 all day. Yeah, I love him to hear.
All right, so then I'm going to kick this to Sean, and I'll ask this question this way. Sean, why are Jacksonville Jaguars favored by 3.5?
Because it wasn't until late last night that it came out that Flacco was going to be the one who's starting. And I think a lot of people like me and Ray would say smart money would be on Indy if people knew flat out that he was going. But being that Jacksonville's at home, Jacksonville is supposed to be a decent team, which it's not. It just has a lot of high-priced talent. And, yeah, aside from that, that's basically it. And Jacksonville is a toilet bowl of a city. So, but Limp Bizkit came out of it. So, you know what? Let's keep it rolling. What?
Another reason for me to dislike Jacksonville. I'm going to go with Flacco. I always go with Flacco. When the Dolphins were looking for a quarterback, somebody made a post about it, and I kept writing, "Where's Flacco?" Like, because that's the kind of guy you need to come in. I mean, he's going to be good for a couple of games here, and then he'll return to like that old form. But he's going to be firing it. I got to go with the Colts myself, Matty.
I'm with you guys. I feel like 3.5 points is like a gift, and it's not on Christmas.
Oh, I'm sorry, Matt.
Straight up, I feel like they straight up win the game. So get the 3.5 points. Say for some reason they do. This game ends on a 3. That 0.5 point is huge. I think he wins the game outright. Joe Flacco brings life to that offense.
So that would be our first lock of the day, I was trying to say. Let's go over to a game that's going to be near and dear to Brother Ray and Captain Picard's heart. But before we do that, I want to thank everybody that's been watching us on Instagram. I'm sorry that I don't read comments. I apologize. Everyone that's been watching on Rumble, thank you so much for watching on Rumble. I don't care who you vote for. This is football. I really don't. You want to know football or not? That's it. I don't care. It's football. All right. We all come together and gamble. That's what brings Ray. I think I figured it out. You want to bring the country together? Let's all gamble. We gamble together. That's what brings you together.
Gambling is a common thread.
Yes.
Life is a gamble.
Yes, it is. Ray, the Miami Dolphins travel to New England. Now, who is a better team on paper, even with the Miami Dolphins quarterback being who he is? Right.
You're going to say the Dolphins.
Yes.
However, I've told you guys 2 weeks ago how bad this team was, and you guys laughed at me. And then they went out and laid an egg. Last week, I would have told you the same thing. And guess what? They went out and laid an egg. This team, the Dolphins, are the worst team in football. Sorry. They're the worst team in football. Every phase, defense, offense, special teams, offensive line, defensive line, linebackers, cornerbacks, they're all playing like a dumpster fire right now. This is a gift. New England getting 1.5 at home. Even when New England has been really bad, the Dolphins don't usually win in New England. This is a gift. Take the 1.5 and run. I would jump on as many Patriot angles today as possible. Put your money on the Patriots. Thank me later.
I'll second Ray, Brother Ray with saying this.
Wait 1 second. Ray, what do you think about the Dolphins? No, all right.
The game last week was the worst game I've seen in my entire life. It was worse than Cam Cameron. It was worse than the Jacksonville game, the 62-7 game. It was the worst exhibition of football. And unfortunately, I had the night off and I got to watch it. The worst exhibition of Miami Dolphins football I have ever seen.
Amen. And one of the biggest travesties in life, and we all know it is wasted talent. And it's not the fact that the Dolphins are the worst team in football, because we know they're not, because we know they're very talented. You can be good, but you can look good really bad when you know you're very talented, but you don't use that talent. I think they're poorly coached. I think they have no backbone, and I think that they have no purpose. And I think that the Patriots beat them up today. I do.
Oh,
and that's tough for me to even say, because my heart tells me the Miami Dolphins are a better team. They are. That doesn't mean much. They're not that. They don't have heart.
All right. That's 2 for the Patriots. Over to you, Sean. What do you like?
Au contraire, mon frère. I hate to break it to you guys, but Mike used to last year talk about the New York Giants offensive line. That one looks like the Berlin Wall compared to the Patriots offensive line this year. I have never seen, you have 3 guys completely out of place. Like, they had no idea positional blocking. Like, do I take this guy or that guy? Like, why would you take the tackle when you're blocking? Never mind. in an outside shift, you're not supposed to block a tackle. Even I know this. I'm a guy who sits on a couch all day. Anyways,
you do it well.
With that said, you're losing Connolly, their starting center. Miami's going to wreak havoc on the Patriots today, and Brissett is on a short leash right now, so they might be putting May in there, which is going to be even worse if they put May in. Everyone's trying to make May into being a good player. He's not. And he's not. You'll see how fast the game is once he gets in. I mean, if you want me to tell you the battered wife syndrome, I'll tell you what it is. Our defense is decent, but they're losing confidence because every single time the offense they know they only get 3 short breaths and then they have to go back in. So good times, great oldies.
See, what I know I'm hearing is a
Dolphins win.
Who hate their team, the Patriots fan who hates their team. They have no faith in them. They don't like the way they're being coached. They just don't like it. You guys are fed up and aggravated. But as a non-member of this battle, I have to take the Dolphins because the Dolphins are a better team. I have Ramondre Stevenson. I don't know if I should even play him.
No, Dolphins, go.
I think they're going to stuff him.
Guys, he's going to have a big day today. He's not going to start, but that doesn't mean anything.
Gibson's going to have a great day.
I'm telling you, Ramondre is going to come in the game, house of fire, motivated. I give Mayo credit. That's the right thing to do. He's going to sit him down for a couple of series. Then you're going to see him in the game. He's going to get the goal line carries. I've seen this movie before. Can
I ask one quick question of everybody?
Yes.
What do you think of the line? Because I don't see how it could ever get to 35.5.
Yeah, it's an under all day. But let's bring this somewhere else. How good does this make Tua look?
Yeah.
Because that offense without him for the last few years, every time he leaves, is putrid. He's unbelievable. He needs his due.
Yeah, no.
If the kid could just
McDaniel's cooked. They've figured him out. It's over. If I see another jet sweep from -8 to Tyreek Hill when everybody in the stadium knows it's coming, I can't watch it anymore.
So do you think the rumors are true about him going home? Because I do.
Well, they'd be smart to trade him right now.
Yeah,
if this season's a dumpster fire, you absolutely get rid of him. And then once he goes there, it's done. Chiefs, Super Bowl. Forget it.
Get what you can because his value is only going to decrease. Imagine, what are you going to hurt him? Why are you going to keep driving the Lamborghini out? You got to rebuild.
My issue was I'm watching the Dolphins game and they run a play and then they pan over to this young kid in capri pants that's just like
Jerry curl. Jerry curl.
For some reason he's standing there acting like he's coaching, and I'm like, who's this kid? Why do they got him up there? Why is he wearing capri pants? Who the frig wears capri pants to coach a football game? And then I was reminded that it was the coach, and I'm like, oh geez, you don't want that guy. You don't want that guy, right? He doesn't look like he's ever bumped into anybody in his life.
Don Shula to that.
I know. Oh,
you got to bring something. You got to bring something to the room, and I've been looking for magic or something out of him. Like, I was wrong about Mike Tomlin. I despise the man. I thought he just got a good organization. That dude is a rock solid dude.
Yep.
A man looks up to him as soon as he gravitates to him. That's the kind of guy. That's the leadership a man needs. This guy, Mike McDaniel, had nothing. I kind of saw it. I kind of said it right away. Like, they never changed their offensive. They didn't branch it off. They didn't do any movement, swing off of it, branch off of it. It was very repetitive and predictable, and they have never changed it since.
He has no sand in his
he's
pants.
Gonna get fired.
No sand in his pants. He's a nice guy, but he has no sand in his pants.
Nothing.
He's got sand somewhere else. I'm sticking with the Dolphins, however. Before we go over to the Cleveland game really quick, if you're in the local Rhode Island area, please go to Shop the Open Book on Facebook. Our cousin Jenna Paoli is selling these cups. You got Halloween ones. There's all different types. These cups are kind of hip with the younger generation. I know my daughter has a couple. But go to Shop the Open Book and pick up a glass. If you do purchase one, you got to message them and let them know that Legit Fantasy Football sent you, because then it's I think it's like, say they're like $20 each. I don't even know, but then it would be 2 for $40 if you say our name. You like that deal, Ray?
Okay, I like any deal. I always love a deal.
Yeah. Sean, did you like that deal? 1 for 20, 2 for 40.
Are you kidding me? A deal like this?
All right.
How can you not go for a deal like this? What, are you crazy?
Sean, Cleveland goes to Washington. Washington Commies are favored by 3 at home. This is going to be the first one I start because I'm going to let you lead the 4 o'clocks. I am the NFC East. And with that said, Cleveland all fucking day. Cleveland, you all right. This is my call of the day. Cleveland beats the out of the Commies. Write it down. That's what I'm saying. Cleveland beats the out of the Commies. Watch. Ray, who do you like? I'm sorry, Sean. I'm a little Ray. Ray, who do you like?
I like Washington. I think Jaden Daniels is the real thing. I mean, I think he's the real thing. And I have not seen anything from Cleveland that tells me that they're a serious team. I haven't seen anything from them that tells me they're a serious team right now.
I get it. I understand what your thought process, but okay.
So I'm taking the points.
Sean.
Well, actually, they're giving the points.
I had Cleveland being one of my surprise teams in the AFC, but with their injury history, with their offensive line being as bad as it is, I can't anymore be rah-rah for Cleveland. I'm all about Washington, though. I do think Cooper has a good day today for fantasy because Washington's defensive backfield is terrible. So, yeah, I'm taking Washington. They stay high.
Matt, you were shaking your head, so I got a feeling you're going to be going on that same train.
Well, when I was a little kid, I always hated missing the bus. But then all of a sudden, when you're an adult, you're like, if you're going far away, you miss the train. I don't want to miss the train, and I feel we've been very wrong about these Washington, whatever you want to call them, the last few weeks.
Matt,
I don't want to be wrong about them again. I think you're just mad, NFC Whisperer, that you got a new team in the block. You got to be prepared for because Jaden Daniels is all that in the kits and caboodles, and I do think he's here to stay. And I don't think KC can keep up with him. You said last week, I don't think that they can keep up with Arizona. Arizona was not ready for that tidal wave.
Joe Schoen should have listened to his son. His son told him to take Jaden Daniels, and he didn't listen to him. The son should be the GM of the Giants.
I hear he's in denial, and he has to look in the mirror. So I'm going to go on the Washington because I'm on the bandwagon.
All right.
I don't want it to pass me by.
So wait. Everybody's going against me, and they're taking Washington over Cleveland, right?
That's right.
And timestamp 34:43. I'm writing that down because that way it'll make it easier next time when I post the video of me being correct and all three of you being wrong. So that's the timestamp on that. Watch Cleveland beat the shiznizzle out of them. Secondly, Matt, did you grow up down south?
Sometimes I reckon the Southern me, it comes out time to time. Yeah, I did a lot of time in the South, and I like their food.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God I had my mouth open and that bird would have shit right on my face. Let's go to the 4 o'clocks. Ray, we only had one lock at the 1 o'clocks.
I know.
That's Indy. We only had 3 4 o'clock games. No, 4 4 o'clock games. Sunday night Monday night. So that leaves us with 6 games left. Raymond, before we go into this, Ray, who do you think is the biggest surprise in the NFL this year, production-wise? Like
Teams?
No, just a guy, any guy. Give me some player that's like, oh, hey, look at him.
Nico Collins. Completely, I did not expect him. I thought Tank Dell would be better than Nico Collins, but he's the best receiver in the league right now. I didn't expect that from him.
Kirk Cousins in Atlanta.
Bang, Sean?
Darnold, fourth team. Yeah.
You got
What's the score on that game right now?
It is 17-7 Minnesota.
You gotta love Darnold comfortable. A comfortable
And
is so different than anything we've ever seen.
Is that Aaron Rodgers on the ground?
All right, I don't.
Or is that their kicker? I don't know.
Raymond, the Raiders go to Denver. Sands.
Rodgers is down. Rodgers is down.
All right.
We have the report. Rodgers is down.
Down goes Rodgers. Ray, Raiders at Broncos. Broncos are favored by Trey. Who do you like? Over under is 36.
Yeah, I hate this. I think I've picked underdogs every single game that we've talked about. Every single game. And I'm going to continue. I'm going to take the Raiders getting to 3 at Denver. I am still not impressed. I mean, with Bo Nix yet. He's going to show me he can throw the ball. I like Joe. I like Minshew Magic here. I love Trey Tucker. He's one of my best fantasy players today. I don't know. I'll take the 3 here until Denver shows me something, and I'm going to go with the over.
So I'm going next, Ray, because this is a big one for me. I would love the Raiders today. Denver is a team that's, I don't know. I don't know. So 3 at home is telling me that Vegas thinks this is an even game. So I'm going to take the Raiders. Matt?
Well, I was wrong. They showed up and they shut down a really good team. I'm going to go against them again here. I just think that Pierce, Coach Pierce, he's going to get them right. I think Madison brings them a much needed, more rounded back in the backfield. He's going to start today. Zamir White is down and out. And I think that the Raiders, give me the Raiders in the over.
All right. Sean?
I would love to say the Oakland Raiders, but unfortunately, Denver's defense is going to dominate again. Raiders always do crap and the thin oxygen like I do every day. And, yeah, Antonio Pierce, though, wasn't he supposed to be a player's coach? Now, all of a sudden, you're seeing little cracks, like the slight mutiny.
Dude,
you know what I mean? It's quickly how that changes. He's got to
grow. He's got to grow as a coach as well.
Grow as a coach, guys. For the record, he's not a coach.
No, he's not.
There's been 3 guys. The guy from the Lions coach, him, the guy who's the other, the guy for the Patriots, like
Mayo. Yeah.
It's not like they're scouting college coaches that are doing.
Well, Mayo was kind of being groomed as soon as Mayo was sat down and came in as a rookie. They were already eyeing him as a coach, and even then, if you look at the locker room while Mayo was in the locker room, they were calling him Coach Mayo while he was a player.
All right,
we got to pass this by Coach Mayo.
Again, same thing with Pierce. Like the Giants loved him, man. He was this middle linebacker that bossed around straight hand. But that doesn't mean he knows X's and O's. Ray, can you just back me up on that? The fact that they keep
but Mayo does.
Right?
Mayo. I think Mayo had the right background, being with Belichick. So I think he's got a really good base. Pierce was a really good player, but I mean he did win that locker room last year, and that's why he got the head job. So it's about show me now. So we're gonna see, but I think Mayo's got good bones, coaching bones. I think
good bones. All right, so everybody went with the Raiders, but Sean
Sauce is also out of the game for the Jets.
Wow.
E. Korish. Hey, you want
Yeah, Guru.
something really funny? So Ray, our cousin just put up the new custom tote. So they do custom
Go.
tote.
Ooh.
That's
No.
nice.
Shop the open book on Facebook. Oh no.
That's awesome.
Here we go. Okay.
Great.
Maddie, Arizona, which is the greatest dollar drink that's ever been made, is traveling to San Francisco. San Francisco by 7. The over-under is 49. Who do you like?
Wow, Arizona's just a really bad team, you know. San Francisco,
7's a lot.
I was really thinking about you last week, Captain, because San Francisco really did try to let the Patriots come in and let the backdoor spread in. They shut them down. Patriots, maybe if they had a little bit more grit, determination, heart, might have done that. Firepower. Arizona might have that here. So I'm going to take the Zona with the 7 and a backdoor cover. Because they're in San Francisco was trying to do it last week. They're going to follow suit. Because that's what we do in the NFL. We repeat until we get it right. So let's see.
What the is that type of voice? Who the fuck is that guy?
It's
Who
a
the
mixture
fuck
of
is
the
this guy?
old-time great. I don't know what his name is.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go step in on this before it gets out of hand. Matt does more voices. I'm gonna take Arizona getting 7. I really like this game because Arizona is the type of team that they never really like win well when they're favored, right? They just don't. But when they're underdog, they stay in the game. They got to stay within 7. I think it's like a 3-4 point win. I like Arizona. Ray.
Yeah, I agree. And again, I'm going another underdog, and I can't believe I'm doing this, but 7.5, that half point makes a big difference. These teams usually play each other tough.
Yeah,
so,
they do.
and I think you're going to get Kyler Murray's like up and down. You know, bad Kyler Murray, good Kyler Murray, bad Kyler Murray. I think we're ready for good Kyler Murray this week, but I'll take that half point means a big, it's a big deal. I'll take Arizona getting the 7.5.
Right now it's at 7, but Maddie, who do you like? I'm sorry. No, man, I already asked you.
I'll tell you again, you know I love talking.
Ron?
Shit.
I want everyone to go like this. Put your hand against the screen. If you see the 5, then you will bet the 5.5. It is the 5.5. We take Arizona all day, and you know what that means.
Oh, we got ourselves our second lock of the day. Oh, brother, that's 2 locks for the day. Okay, gentlemen, we're gonna go to the next game. Now I'm gonna lead off on this son of a bitch.
Is Aaron Rodgers dead?
No,
He's
not.
back playing.
So
I can't believe it.
The Giants are traveling after 10 days rest, which it doesn't matter. They're traveling across the country to Seattle to play Geno Smith and the Seahawks. So here's what I'll tell you about this game. The Giants will cover the spread, but we'll lose the game. The Giants defense has been holding teams. Dude, look how many points the Giants are averaging for defense. 15.5. They've played some offenses. That defense is giving up field goals. It's really, really good, dude. That's become a very good unit. The offense line is getting better. We just have a quarterback that's like a crash test dummy. That's what I feel like he looks like now.
I will say this because it could happen, but this is the big, tall order. Malik Neighbors out. Denver Singletary is out.
Yeah.
So now you got Tyrone Tracy, who's a very, very good back, but Wan'Dale Robinson, who's also very good. But can Daniel Jones operate with that and keep this game afloat? I don't see it happening.
It'll be a defensive grind game, right? It's gonna be a close game, right? And I am delighted to let everybody know that Dante Turbo Miller was activated to the squad this week. He'll be the third back. If he gets the ball once, he will be the starting back. That is my favorite running back on the Giants. And Ray, you know this from being in the Corrupted League.
Yeah.
I've been picking him up when he wasn't even on a roster.
What's interesting about him is very Chris Johnson-like, and everyone thinks he's a free agent. He's not a free agent. South Carolina basically ruined him, and he was unable to be drafted in the NFL draft this year. So the Giants, and you got to give someone credit, signed him before the draft. They signed him to a contract, and for some reason, these other teams didn't know about this. So the Giants were smart. They dealt with him before the draft, signed him, because everyone thinks he's a street free agent. He's not. If he was able to enter the draft, he would have been drafted.
Dude, he is, first off, if you look him up, he's so fast. And I mean, like, he's one of those guys like Chris Johnson that if he gets just any lane, no one's catching him. No one's catching him. And if he gets on the field today, you'll see that.
So you guys think Tyrone Tracy is going to take the job over? Like, done? It's a wrap?
No. So first off, Singletary is playing better than Tracy, right? Take Eric Gray and throw him away. Just throw Eric Gray away. I'm not even counting him. He shouldn't even be on there. He's got nothing. He's a one-cut slow back. No thanks. Tyrone Tracy should be your third down back. And I'm telling you, if Turbo Miller gets a chance to run today, you're going to see the new Giants back. Because this kid did have a lot of fanfare when he signed. Ray's right. The Giants did a big video about it. They welcomed the Giants organization. He's really good. They didn't get rid of him because he's that fast. He's one of those guys. He's just friggin' he's called Turbos.
I'm going to take grief for this, Mike. You know who he reminds me of is Dave Meggett.
Oh, but a lot faster.
Little Dave Meggett.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like a faster Dave Meggett.
He's got a little Chris Johnson.
He's got that in him.
I like the Chris Johnson comparison, I think.
He bench pressed 225, 25 pounds.
Yeah.
That's 199 pounds.
Yeah.
Special team star, look for him to be third down back all day long. Get a little sprinkle.
He's going to be the starter. All right. I got the Giants +7. Matt, who did you take? The Seattle? Is that what you took?
All day long, Mo.
Win by 7. Ray?
I have to take Seattle here. With no Malik Neighbors, it's just you have to take Seattle here. I don't think Daniel has enough weapons.
Okay. Sean? You took Seattle.
I'm not taking Seattle. The Swami believes in 5.5. So guess what? The Giants are going to cover today. 5.5.
When with the 5 point?
All right, split on that son of a bitch. All right, Raymond. We only got 3 games left. We've been getting a good time. We get some fantasy stuff in. Ray, Green Bay is going to play the Rams in whatever city the Rams are in now. Green Bay is favored by 3. Over under is 49. Who do you like?
This is going to be a really good game, by the way. I think this is going to be a really good game, close game. I like what Jordan Love did at the end of last week. I think Green Bay's defense is better. The Rams have the worst pass defense in the league. They give up the most big plays. They give up the most yardage per pass. It's tailor-made for Green Bay's offense right now. I'm gonna take the favorite here, given the 3. I just think Green Bay is a better football team.
So Ray, I gotta look at what I was looking at on this. I always gotta go back to what I put. You don't even forget your pick sometimes. So Ray, I also like Green Bay. I want to make sure that I had it. They favored by 3 as well on my spread. I like Green Bay. I just think they win by more than a field goal. I just think but it'll be a good game. It's just that the Rams aren't at the same place as the Packers are. So I'm going to go with that. Sean.
Dr. Professor Brother Ray is absolutely right. So I am going with Green Bay.
All right. There's 3 of us. Maddie.
You know how much I love Green Bay. They're my Super Bowl representative for the NFC.
Yep.
There's something wrong with this spread. And at the same time, I do agree with Brother Ray that they're right. Rams give up big plays, but you know who gives up the most? Biggest plays for a pass defense? It's Green Bay. So start up Tutu out well because he's right in that range of he's going to get 2 good chunks, 40, 50-yard bombs. I don't know where the Rams get it right, but they get it right today. For some weird reason, they upset Green Bay. I would call this a legitimate upset, and I do believe the Rams find the way to become on top today.
No, all right. Yeah, 3-1 on that one. All right, we travel into Sunday night territory. Sean, Dallas goes to Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh Steelers are favored by 3. Who do you like?
On paper, right, you see Dallas and you think Dallas should have the edge in this one. Mm-hmm. However, as a Portuguese, I loves me a nice 87 LeBaron. The Dallas Cowboys could not stop an 87 LeBaron from running. Justin Fields is going to have a Fields day today. Ooh. These puns will keep writing themselves.
Wordplay.
So, yes, thank you. So, yeah. Plus, I mean, Brother Ray could probably speak to this better than I could. Have you ever seen Pittsburgh's record when it comes to Sunday night games? They're like Monday night, they're good. They have a good percentage, but Sunday night they're incredible. So I can't go against them. Sticking with the Steelers.
All right, Ray.
Dallas, Pittsburgh always used to be. It's football royalty. These games, these Super Bowls, always great. Classic football takes me back, to the old days of football. But Pittsburgh is just a much better team right now. Dallas's defense is still hurting. I like what Fields is doing there. Tomlin's a great coach. Even though they have issues at running back and injuries, their defense has been really solid. So, I mean, at home, it's less than 3. You got to take the Steelers here.
All right. I'm going to jump in quick on that, too. I am the I have to announce it every time. I am the NFC East. The Cowboys are a mess. They look like they should be really good. I'm not joking. Jalen Tolbert, that's a great fill in to have. But no, they don't win tonight. They don't win. It's the Steelers that win this game. The spread is what bothers me, if I'm being honest. It's 3 Pittsburgh's favored by, right? No, it's 2.5 now. See, that's getting even weirder. Yeah, now it's getting even weirder. I'm still going to go with the Steelers. I think that's the upset of the day. Well, not an upset, but the win of the day. Maddie? Well,
I mean, the only reason why is because of the Pittsburgh's offense, but that doesn't really mean anything when Dallas's defense is so putrid, too. So I think this is a beatdown. I think Pittsburgh absolutely beats Dallas bad. Give me Pittsburgh.
Uh-oh. That means it's a... Oh, we got ourselves a lock. Sean, I got you in. There's 2 of you down below. You're in the studio twice. So that's Pittsburgh. All right, before we go to Monday night's game, we have the Indianapolis Colts. We have the Arizona Cardinals. And we have the Pittsburgh Steelers all at... If I'm being honest, on paper, I'm not confident in those 3 teams. Like I am because I picked them. But if you look at those 3 teams on paper, like you're just looking at 3 football teams, you look at the Colts, the Cardinals, and the Steelers. You're not thinking, ooh, best of the best, cream of the crop, right? It just so happens though that other teams that stink worse. So Indy, Arizona, and Pitt. I'll put that up on the scroll. Let's do the Monday night game, gentlemen. Saints going to Kansas City, 5.5. I'm a little weirded out by the over-under of only 43, right? Because I'm expecting a shootout. But maybe KC just can't do a shootout. I don't know. I'm going to go with the Saints, though. I like them getting 5.5. I think that's a number there's a 5.5 rule right there. That's a tough spread to beat. Field goal win, 4-point win. I'm still going with the Saints, right?
I mean, looking at this spread, it does kind of give you some pause, but I have to go with Kansas City here. I think if the Saints were home, because we know what they do at home, no matter what they have on the field, I have to go with Kansas City here, even losing Rice. They just find a way. I mean, Mahomes threw for 5,000 yards last year with bargain basement wide receivers. So I don't think it matters. And I like their defense. I think Kamara has a good game, but they know Carr. So I'm going to take Kansas City here. It's under 7. I like it.
All right. Sean?
Yeah. There's a thing called 5.5. 5.5. Have you heard about the fives? 5.5. Yeah. So just like Cincinnati plays up to the level of talent, Kansas City plays down to the level of talent. And when they do that, as they often do, they make a lot of money for Vegas. So this time, I'm going to say 5.5 means a New Orleans win by the points. So New Orleans all night long. All night. All night.
All night, baby, all night. But, Matty?
I think that New Orleans could win this game outright.
Mm-hmm.
I seen something just a little while ago. It was Pat Mahomes' last 20 games played. If you go look it up, you'll know what I just saw. Wasn't very good.
You know what? I got to be honest. I have a problem with, and the Giants did it, when a quarterback says, I have no weapons. Like, I have a problem with that. Like, almost. It's like, dude, just throw the ball to the receivers then. Just figure it out. Like, they're professionals. They got to be somewhat, It's like, I have no weapons.
How many 300-yard games do you think Pat Mahomes had in the last 20 games?
5? 4? Right?
Well,
I mean, he
might be 0. That'd be
you were wrong with both your answers.
He's not throwing the ball. He's not a fantasy quarterback this year. Yeah, he's not a fantasy quarterback. Yeah.
Wow.
Mike, here's my question though. How many games has Patty Mahomes thrown for 300 yards or more in the last, what did you say, 10 games?
20 games.
20 games. How many times? 3.
He's not a fantasy quarterback anymore. He's not.
I would have guessed 5. All right. So we split. Matt, you're taking who are you taking, Matt? The Saints. All right. So we have 3 teams officially. Indy, Arizona, and Pittsburgh. While I put that up on the banner, Brother Ray, fantasy people to look out for today.
Yeah, let's do it really quickly. Running back, love Chuba. I think Bigsby is going to emerge this weekend. I think you're going to see him get almost like a 50-50 split with Etienne. Etienne just hasn't been efficient. Love Roshan Johnson today with the Bears. You're going to see him get more and more play. I mean, Swift just hasn't done it no matter where he's been. Those are 2 guys that are sneaky plays today. Curtis Samuel is going to step in and take that slot role for Buffalo. He's finally healthy. You're going to see him get peppered. He hasn't done anything all year, but we know what he can do in the slot. And he's played in Joe Brady's offense. So I love him today. Justin Watson.
The slot.
Yeah.
Doing the slot. I love doing the slot.
Justin
doing
Watson.
The slots at the casinos. I love slots.
I don't know what to say to that.
I just muted Matt because I don't know where he's going.
We'll just move on from that.
Right?
Justin Watson, guys. He's going to get the playing time. He's always going to be on the field. He's a sneaky play to take over for Rashid. He'll be on the perimeter. Don't get me wrong, but he's someone that I think a lot of people are avoiding this week. And then Jordan Whittington. I've been talking about him all year. All year. Last week, he took over the number 1 role, and he's going to continue to do that until Kopp and Pakua come back. Jump on him as much as you can today. Trey Tucker, another one. Adams is on his way out. Tucker's the most explosive player on that team. Let's be honest. He's going to be the new star of that offense.
Brother Ray, it's so funny you say that because nobody understands that, right? Adams is gone. If you look at Trey Tucker the last 2 weeks, they've been advertising him in that role, and he's having huge success. 2 very good weeks back to back. Then they put him on an end-around sweep that puts him in the end zone. What are you talking about? What's not to love? It's great.
Yeah,
Yep.
so he's good. And 2 tight ends quickly. Eric All. If you haven't taken Eric All in every one of your leagues, you need to
You're
do it
missing
right now. Go right now and add him. He comes from tight end U, Iowa. What's not to like? Mike Gesicki, forget it. All right. He had his play. It's going to be the Eric All show now with Joe Burrow. So jump as much as you can. And obviously Tucker Kraft, who is really starting to erupt now with Jordan Love back. You're going to see Tucker Kraft. His route participation is like 98%. So those are the 2 guys at the tight end position I really like.
And if I could, Edwards for Baltimore today, he's under 30 yards in daily fantasy. If you can play him, it's worth it. If you put $10 down on him and anybody else, you're going to make money.
Okay.
He's going to have it.
Matt, you got anything you want to add?
Ready to roll, baby. Let's do it.
All right. So I'll leave you with this.
Oh, yeah, I got something to say.
All right, go ahead.
Shots out to Vandy. Woo! Knocking off #1 Alabama. When was the last time Vanderbilt ever beat #1? I love it. I love it.
Greenbelt, Alabama.
Really quickly, I just want to go to something. I can get to it. My computer's doing all kinds of funny things. As far as a bomber parlay, I'm going to give you 6 teams that are underdogs. It's worth putting $4.50 on. The Colts to win outright. The Cardinals to win outright. The Browns to win outright. The Raiders to win outright. The Saints to win outright. And the Giants to win outright. If those 6 teams all win outright for $4.50, it pays $2,756. So you want to play the lottery? Play those 6 teams. I'm being dead serious. It's kind of similar to playing the lottery, right? Ray Akers or Sermon, Wandale, or I don't know if that's a clothing.
Nigba. Yeah, I mean, I would have to say I like Sermon. I think they're saying they're going to split, but Sermon is going to get the goal line carries. And Akers just hasn't looked good. I don't think he's going to do it against Buffalo. So I'd take Sermon over Akers. And I'd have to say, I mean, Nigma has been blowing up lately. Wandale will be the focal point today. But, I mean, I like Wandale in his secondary role. So I'm going to go with Nigba here.
Yeah. So I'm going to throw in really quick on that because I'm a Giants fan. I'll tell you about Wandale. So what's going to happen is, unfortunately, is that like the old guy that I don't want to even say his name, Slayton's going to just step in and assume the 1 role. Wandale's going to do what he usually does. Don't expect anything more from Wandale, although he could break one. But don't expect more from Wandale, if anything. He's not going to get more percentage. Danny Dimes doesn't work like that. That's just how it works. So I would take Jackson Smith. I can't pronounce the last name.
Nigba.
There you go. I like JSN, I guess. All right. TS, thanks for tuning in. Give a like. Subscribe. Appreciate that. You follow us every Sunday. The locks are across the screen. Gentlemen, we're about to go watch football. With that said, I'm just praying for the 4:00 game for Dante Miller to get a couple of handoffs. I don't care about the score anymore with the Giants. Like I am so sick of the Giants organization. Look, 2 to 3 years ago, I made the video about Belichick coming home. Unfortunately, I used P. Diddy as the song. I got to redo that one. But Belichick will come home next year. He will come home, and Dayball and Shane are gone. And I'll tell you why. When you watch Hard Knocks, if you watch Mara's face, he's pissed. He's pissed at them. He doesn't like their whole like brainy strategy of numbers and like that. He wants guys who play football. And what they've done this year, if they're going to finish like with like 5 wins again, Mara just goes swoosh. And Bill comes in and they just prop him up. They put the Doc Hood over him, and he just controls the Giants organization and turns it around. Giants on the helmet. Can't wait. All right, guys. For Captain Picard, for Mastradamus, for Brother Ray. It is me, Mike King, Mike L. This is legit. Fantasy Football, brought to you by legitpodcast.com. Thank you for watching. I actually got to get ready for a fantasy basketball lottery. It's ridiculous.
Ooh.
Thanks for watching.